Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes.
The OG from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Nene Leakes.
Yes.
Good morning, Nene.
I'm a virgin here. This is my first time.
Which
That
is
is very
shocking.
true.
We've been
Yeah.
on for 10 years now, and I can't
Yeah.
believe Nene hasn't been
This
up here
is my
yet.
first time.
You been busy?
I have been busy.
Have you adjusted to the fame of it all yet? The celebrity of it all?
Yeah, it's been 13 years
Yeah.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd
But
be
I mean,
crazy.
it's not an easy adjustment.
It's not an easy
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
adjustment. And it actually takes a really long time. But I think over the years I've grown thick skin, so I think I have adjusted.
So is this your
Yeah.
last year? Because Wendy said this is your last year. That you're not doing
You're
anymore.
quitting.
Y'all speak all the time. And this is your last year.
No, I don't know that.
Right.
I don't know why Wendy said that.
How did you feel when you heard her say that?
I kind of know her a little. Well, I know her a little bit, so I know when she's getting ready to say something dark. I can see how she kind of like drops down and get dark. And I was like, okay, let me call her. So I called her up, and she was like, "Oh my God, like, what do I need to do to fix it? What do I need to do to fix it?" And I said, "I'm fine." And she said, "So we're cool?" And I said, "Yes, we're cool." And then she immediately went to, okay, well, let's just move on. But I was really like shocked because I sent her a text. Honestly, I did. And I did send the text and I said, I'm going to quit. But I didn't say I was going to quit Housewives or quit drinking or quit wearing wigs. I mean, I just said I'm going to quit.
Right.
And she just went out there and said, Nene's going to quit Housewives.
And
She didn't
that's
reply
something-
back to you when you said that? 'Cause
No.
that could be a suicidal text too.
She didn't say
What a
anything
friend.
back to me.
She was like, I'm not saying
Wow.
anything, so I could use this on the show. But
Right.
you know what? At the same time, too, you might say that and just be venting, obviously, because that's your friend. So,
Yeah.
And you've said previously, you know, that when you tell her things, it shouldn't get out.
Yeah, I mean, what is Wendy?
Right.
So I do say to her all the time when we're having private conversations, I said, this shouldn't go anywhere, Wendy, okay? This shouldn't go anywhere. And she's like, okay, it's not going to go anywhere. But when she went out there that day, I don't know what was wrong with Wendy.
Anything that you have to know that if you friends with Wendy or you work with Wendy, everything is content.
Or Charlamagne.
It is. Oh.
No, I'm not like that.
Charlamagne will say
I'm
something
not.
in a minute, boy.
You tell him personally?
No.
Not personally, but if you say something behind the scenes, he'll be like, you know what Envy just said?
Yes, but it's not like he said to me, "Don't say that." You know what I'm saying? It's a
Okay.
conversation.
Well, what
I
if you
thought-
But
forget
she
to
also
say that?
said
Don't
she
say
didn't
that.
say don't say that
Yeah,
on the
I
text.
didn't. I didn't say don't say that.
Yeah, but it was through a text
Yeah.
about quitting.
So,
That could
but
be a
I didn't
job.
say, yeah. So
Yeah.
you think she should or should not have?
She should have said nothing.
She shouldn't have
She should have
said
hit you
that.
back and be like, "Quit what? Are you
Right.
okay?"
Or
Right.
is it okay for me to say this on the show?
Right.
See, I wouldn't
Right,
even like
right.
that because to me, it's like,
Right.
okay, so that's how our relationship is. You thinking
Yeah.
about your show as opposed to me?
Yes.
Hit me back and say,
Well, we
"Quit
discussed
what?"
those things.
Right.
We just did the other day. I was just like, you shouldn't do that. Every time we're talking to her, me and Marlo was having dinner with her and Bergdorf. And every time we talked to her, we said, this is not for your show.
Now,
And she's-
speaking
How
of
can you trust her,
Bergdorf,
though?
hold on.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Speaking of Bergdorf,
She needs to sign an NDA.
she
does.
said on her show that you guys were racially profiled in Bergdorf.
See, I don't know what to say about that because,
You're suing?
no, I was there, but I didn't see it like how she saw it. I didn't see it like how Marlo saw it. I did see security, and but I just thought the security was just there. I don't know. I didn't really feel.
Like you were being followed.
Y'all did
or
look
targeted.
suspicious though. I saw y'all in the car. Y'all had the shades on, the wigs. Y'all both tall. It's a
We
little,
Shut up,
we
man.
like we gonna rob.
Shut
We
up,
gotta
man.
go rob Bergdorf.
little suspicious.
Oh,
like, hey,
you
just
know
follow
what?
him
We
around.
walked right in. We walked right in, and Wendy immediately pulled out her card and bought something on instant
Hey.
walking. And she saw something instantly that she liked,
Right.
and she was like, "I want it. I don't care how much it costs. Give it to me." And the girl was wrapping it up. But I feel like her and Marlo were kind of like playing a little bit in the store, like playing around, laughing, da-da-da-da. And I think, I don't know, I didn't get it. Marlo mentioned it to me. She said, do you know the security has been following us since we got here? I said, really?
Maybe they wanted a picture.
I didn't pay any attention. And Marlo said to me, I think they're fascinated. So
Right.
I just thought, okay.
Did they tell you guys you couldn't take pictures or something like that?
No,
Okay.
that I don't recall that.
Okay.
That's what she
Interesting.
said?
Something like that. Like they said we couldn't take pictures or I don't know.
I don't know about
You're like,
that
look,
one.
it
Because
didn't
I
happen to
actually
me.
took pictures with people in the store.
Right.
I seen something the other day where somebody was mad at you that you didn't take a
Really?
picture with them.
People are always mad at me
It
when
was
I
a
don't take a
Chinese
picture.
food spot or something. You was getting your nails done the next day. It
In a
was
Chinese food place?
Yeah, it was like
No.
Baltimore, Maryland, I
What?
think. And he was in
They had
a.
a Chinese restaurant with the nail salon in it.
You stupid, man.
You just said
I
it.
said it was a
No,
nail
didn't he
salon
just
next
say that?
door.
Yeah,
and she went
Chinese
in
food
exactly
place.
Chinese food spot,
Okay.
and somebody asked for a picture. They took a picture, something like that.
Oh, that I didn't even know that. But seriously, I was at a nail salon next door to a Chinese spot, and I went to the Chinese spot to get some rice, and then left. Yeah.
Why are people mad that you don't like to take pictures with people?
I do. I take pictures when I want to take pictures, and it's only when I want to. It's not when they want to. That's how it goes.
What are some misconceptions about Nene Leakes? Because over the years, they make it seem like you're just a lot to deal with. You're difficult. You're always causing problems. What?
That's not me. Don't you feel my energy?
I don't know.
I'm not that girl.
I don't know yet.
But you can feel energy, can't you?
Yeah.
You know, when you first meet somebody, like you feel energy from them. Like, that's not me. Obviously, we're on a reality show, you know, where everybody's being combative. People are saying whatever they need to say. I'm an OG. I've been there since day one. And that's a threat to a lot of people. I've never been... No, I'm really cool. I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that maybe it's difficult. I mean, I don't know. I've not had that. I've worked on many sets, and I've had nothing but love on all the sets I've ever worked on.
For the reunion,
I show up on time. I was a little late here today, but there wasn't a check involved. Because if there was a check involved, because if there's a check involved, I'm there on time. I don't ask for anything. You know how they ask you about writers? I said, all I need is water and my check. Like, I don't
we should
need
give you
anything.
better water than that.
No, I'm fine with this.
Okay.
I can bring my own goodies, so I never need anything.
Do you really dislike a lot of those women on the show? Like the Kenya Moores of the world?
No, I don't like her. I'm just going to be honest. In real life.
Okay.
Why don't you like her?
I don't think she's a good person. And I think that she does things for the show, which is okay. But I think that you don't have to do all of that. You don't have to hit below the belt, be super nasty. I don't think any of that is necessary to be on the show. A lot of girls do a lot of things for the show that I'm not willing to do.
What do you consider below the belt with something that she's done?
Lots of stuff. Like, actually, she went around insinuating recently that I spit on her. Now, I didn't spit on her. Now, I will spit on her, okay? But I didn't. I did the motion, like I should spit on you. I think
that's the ultimate sign of disrespect.
That's sure.
Spit on somebody.
But it is, and that's how I feel about her.
You said that you feel like the problems that she's having in her marriage is karma for her.
Yeah, first of all, I need to know, is she really married? That's going to be one. And it doesn't matter if they're married or been in a long-term relationship, whatever it is. I think I've been married for 23 years, and I think that as a married woman or a woman that's in a committed relationship, it's not cool for you to bring another woman and put her in the front of, the other woman and say, this is your man's side piece. Like, how you going to do that?
Right.
Like, what if we did that
was
to you?
mean-spirited.
That was and she is mean-spirited.
Who do you slap in that scenario?
You slap Kenya every time you see her.
But Nene, you've done some things, like you said that she looks like she was giving birth to a walrus when she was pregnant.
I said, what is she gonna have? What is she giving birth to? A buffalo?
A buffalo.
Well, that's not nice.
That's definitely
Nene,
not
that
nice.
wasn't
It's about a child. That's below the belt.
That's not good energy.
Listen, I have admitted it, okay? I'm always the person that's going to tell you like it is. I said it. I'm admitting that I said it.
Right.
And I said to her, and I've said to my castmates, the one thing we don't do is talk about each other's children. Now, we've made that pact a long time ago. We don't talk about each other's kids. However, sometimes when you are fighting with someone, you say things and you just be shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I shot her. And I happened to shoot her in the wrong place. I'm never here to talk about her child. I think she has a beautiful daughter, but she was the size of a buffalo is what I was supposed to say.
That's what you meant to say.
Yeah.
She was big. She built like a walrus at the time.
She's the size of a buffalo.
Got
She
you.
was pregnant.
But she was the size of a buffalo. Her mouth is crazy. Like, seriously, when you mess with somebody like that, pregnant, unpregnant, her mouth is always stupid. So you just come in and be like, guns is blazing, bam. Wherever you get hit at, you just got hit. So that's how I deal with her. So I don't want to talk about her child ever, so let's be clear, but she was the size of a buffalo, and that is true.
Well, let's go down the list, right? Because I saw you say that you when you do the reunion, everybody can get it. So you talked about Kenya. You want to spit on her. What about Cynthia Bailey?
Anybody that's ready to get it can get it.
What does get it mean?
I'm coming with all my guns, honey. So if you want to shoot over here, I'm going to shoot back.
But let me ask you this about
that's what it means. Because listen, I don't like the reunion. It's not a fun place. We get there at 6:00 in the morning. You're there till almost at midnight. It's very stressful. It's like walking into the lion's den. Everybody's got something to say, and all of the producers and executives are there. So the girls girls are trying to prove themselves. They're trying to step up. I want my peach next year. They're trying to make sure they got a position. And so people are nasty. I prefer. It's very nerve-wracking to me. I hate it. But you just have to perform.
So you prepare
So it is a
yourself.
performance. You're saying it's a performance.
It is. I don't care to perform. I didn't perform last year. I just pretty much sat there, and everybody knows that. But
So how can a real person be on that stage then if you know it's a performance?
I'm very real. That's why I was sitting there, not saying a whole lot. A lot of those girls, they're acting and they're trying to, comfort you for no reason. You're like, girl, listen, pipe down. You're not that bad. And it ain't that serious. But that's what it is.
Do you really dislike Cynthia?
I don't dislike Cynthia.
Okay.
Cynthia and I were like sisters for a very long time. And I love Cynthia like she was my sister. We've had a couple of issues, so we will never be close like that again. So I don't dislike her. I've always loved her.
That's what
I think she crossed me, and it really hurt me. I was very honest about how much I loved her as a sister and trusted her, and I felt like she crossed me in ways that just aren't cool to me, and I can't mess with her like that.
That's what I wanted to ask you, because you said you guys will never be the same as you were before, but that was one of the most touching scenes of the season, is you really opening up and having that moment with Cynthia, and she came out, and I was like, okay, maybe now, because sometimes in friendships you go through ups and downs, and it makes you stronger. You don't feel like you guys can come out stronger from this?
No, I don't.
What about Eva? What's your relationship with Eva?
What is my relationship with Eva? I want to know too.
She's on the list.
What list?
The list of people you say you got smoke with.
Well, yeah, because she came on this show saying that she's known me for 10 years. We've always been cool. She's always liked me. I've always liked her. My husband liked her. We always hung out here and there. And I felt like she kind of used me to get on the show, because she was saying things that I didn't even think were accurate, but I was just going along with them because I know she wanted to be on the show. And then I had to wear my mic in a scene where she was talking, but she wasn't saying anything bad or negative or anything that couldn't be shown. If she had said something, I would have said, shh, like Candy told Cynthia, I'm wearing a mic. So I would have told her that I'm wearing a mic. And I felt like she came back this season acting as if I had really done something to her. The person that put her info out there was Marlo. She came back with more beef with me, and I ain't even did nothing. I said in my interview to this day, and haven't said anything about her until last week, because she's been in her interview saying all these negative things about me. So that's my beef with her. I want to know, what's your problem with me, girl? I didn't do anything to you. The person that you really should be pissed with is Marlo. I never even talked about her.
Could you have those questions off the air, or is it better on camera?
Well, she did her stuff on air, so I'm going to put mine on air.
Got you.
Because I want to know why, one. Two, I do know this. Because I've been here the longest, I feel like a lot of these girls feel it's good to argue with Nene.
Right. That's
it's
how you stay on.
newsworthy. You argue with Nene, but I don't like that. To me, that's not being real. You want to stay on, argue with somebody you got a real beef with. Don't just be making up stuff with me.
So Eva got on the show because of her relationship with you.
Well, I don't know if she got on that because of her relationship with me, but when you come on the show, they bring the girls on through someone, whether you know them or not. If she said that she's known me and we've had conversation in the past, so Angela, you're going to do the show, your first scene will probably be with Nene. And you're going to sit in your interview and be like, well, Nene's a friend of mine, whether we're close like this or not. They always want you to come in through a housewife.
Why won't they give Marlo a peach yet?
I don't know. I also, and I get asked this question a lot. Marlo's a friend of mine. I feel like Marlo's been doing this for a really long time, and I think she's good at the position that she's in.
Give her half of yours.
No, you can't have half of mine. Okay? Not even a piece.
Are they fresh peaches every season?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Candy Burris?
What about her?
You said you got issues with her too?
No, I never said I had issues with her.
I've
I've
never
never
this
said.
information.
She's just
from?
saying anybody can get it.
interview.
That's all.
She said-
Anyone
When
can get
they
it.
all have sat in their interviews and
Yes.
talked about me.
Yes.
So I feel like I have questions for them. And I feel like they're valid questions.
What's the
I
question
haven't
for
sat in
Candy?
Candy was at my jungle event, and she said all of the girls that were there, they look like people that she's never seen before, and they were like fake friends, or like I went and found these girls. And when she was at the event, she was very kind to everybody there. And then she went in her interview, she was just very mean in her interviews. And sometimes some of the things that she say to me come off really mean, okay?
So you want her to keep that same energy? when she sees.
That's right.
Okay.
And those were your
over
friends
here.
that you said you've had for a long time that
For
have
a long
been supporting
time.
you.
Obviously, you guys know we're on the show, and these are our castmates,
Right.
okay? And we do make friends with them, and we become lifetime friends and all those things. But there are other people in our lives as well.
Does it shock you when you saw the episode? Because you don't know what somebody
No.
says about you until the
No.
episode airs.
Right.
So when that happens, do you hit her up like, damn, that was whack? Or
No, I don't hit any of them up.
wow, nobody.
No.
You just wait till you see him.
Yes.
What you gonna say when you see Portia?
Me and Portia live by each other. I see her all the time.
Oh, so
We live in the same neighborhood around the corner from each other.
Right.
so if you got an issue with her,
Avoid that.
you can just pull up to the crib. You ain't
I
gotta wait till the
could. I
cameras
could just
come on.
ring her doorbell. Be like, hold on, shouty.
Do you have an issue with her? I remember you had.
I don't have an issue.
back and
You
forth.
haven't seen it yet. The show's still playing, so you
Okay.
have to see us. We will work through ours.
And how's Greg doing?
Greg is doing amazing. He looks good. He's cancer free. So he's doing
Thank
great.
God.
He's
Yeah.
very peaceful.
He's very peaceful.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
what do
him.
you think about, they say that Kenya's husband, like his ex, whatever, is kisses your ass.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
like-
amazing. Everybody always kisses my ass. I don't even understand it. That,
Maybe it's kissable.
yeah, maybe. Every time I turn around, they're like, you're kissing Nene's ass. You're kissing Nene. I'm like, for what? I don't need anybody to kiss my ass. I'm not that person. I'm not handicapped. I do everything for myself. I'm very
What
independent.
does being handicapped have to do with
I
it?
mean, but when people kissing your ass, I don't need anything from anyone. They don't need to kiss my ass. I do everything for myself. I just don't need that kind of assistant. I don't even like a lot of people around me, like a whole team. Like people,
You got 10 people,
that's
Nene.
a lie. Who are these people? I don't even
said,
know.
"All these people, I don't know
Those
these
three are
people."
came with
definitely with
you.
you.
These three, that's it. These are your people.
Oh, okay. You only got 3 with you?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
And so my team is always very small. Usually it's just me and one other person most of
Got
the
you.
time. And if Glam is traveling with us.
Now, Nene,
but
you're-
I'm traveling with a big team.
You're always the prime example of somebody who has taken
Yeah.
this platform and transformed it and blossomed it into a whole entire career outside of what you do on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's talk about some of your other ventures because I know you
Well,
have a lot going on.
Well, this platform has been amazing to me. And I think a lot of girls come on platforms such as this to be known and to be popular or to date the next hot dude, the rapper, the football player, or whatever.
Who does
and
that?
See, all these girls, a lot of these girls that's on these platforms. What do you see them doing?
Yeah.
They just on the show just to be cute and date guys. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been the girl that wanted to get to the money. So I got on this platform. I was able to do tens and thousands of things. I did Broadway. I did scripted
Yes.
shows. I've done every reality
Comedy
show
tour,
it
right?
is. I'm on a comedy tour. I have a Ladies of Success entrepreneur, a group that I formed. There's just not anything that I'm not willing to do. I've produced. I've just done everything.
Now, I'm not trying to
And-
start shit, but I remember that you were supposed to have a talk show.
Yeah.
And it was with Debbar Mercury, who also produces Wendy's show.
You're so crazy.
And Wendy and Kev blocked that.
Did they block it?
Yes.
And you
Tell
still
the
friends
truth,
with Wendy?
shame the devil, Nene.
So they blocked your show?
I don't.
Do you think they blocked your show?
I did think so.
Did
It's
you
not
ever
a
ask
fake.
Wendy
That was-
about it?
Happened.
No, I don't think we talked about it.
Do you think it was her husband? Do you think it was Kev? Or do you think
I
it was
think
her?
it was her husband. Yeah.
And you've known Wendy for 13 years. So what were your thoughts on her husband?
He was never nice to me.
Really?
No. I don't think he ever wanted me to really be around. So that was fine.
He yelled at you at a comedy show, right?
He yelled at my assistant.
Okay.
Then they got into an argument.
The fuck, yo? The fuck's going on out there, yo? Get Nene off the stage, yo.
And I thought he was
Triggered?
stupid. I was like, dude, you're straight tripping. I'm going to stay on the stage and I'm going to finish whatever it is that I'm doing and we will see you after that. I was never like, I was like, something's wrong with him. Like, he's crazy.
Right.
I didn't think he was good for her, but, people are in relationships because they want, I don't know what's happening in their personal lives.
Now, I'm not trying to start shit,
I
but
am-
Wendy cost you some money, man. That's a talk. It's a whole daytime talk show.
Well,
I think
things
you and
happen.
Wendy need to have a discussion about that next time
think
you're on our
so?
show. Hell yeah.
Well,
Because this is going to be a clip.
I
Make sure it's a clip.
I think that timing is everything, and maybe it wasn't my time. I don't know.
And she can make that good again.
She
She's got
can
more
make
power
that
there
good
now.
again.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are intimidated. They think maybe you're gonna come up and do a little bit more than they do. I'm not sure, but I know that it was scrapped. That's true.
Damn.
And you've never had a conversation with it. And that wasn't even in your mind when y'all started to become friends. Like, you cost me some coins.
No.
Wendy, you should make that right.
I just never, tried to have a conversation with her.
And it could have been the influence of her husband and not necessarily her. Who knows? I don't know. But it does feel like something that should be addressed just because you guys are together a lot now.
I don't ever talk to her about it, but I ain't opposed to talking to Wendy about nothing.
Right.
Honestly.
That's
I
good.
just felt like it was old news. I don't really care about it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I've moved on. She's moved on. She's not with Kev anymore.
Right.
I thought he was toxic for her. I'm sure he was the person to go and get it stopped. Like it's either her or Wendy, and they already had money in Wendy. Her show was already on. So they made the right choice. In my eyes, I would have done the same thing. If I know this show was already successful, I would just stick with the show that's already successful.
Did it hurt your feelings when that Mercury backed away? Because you shot a pilot, didn't you?
You know a lot.
Yes, I do.
You know what? No, it didn't hurt my feeling. I was really at that time in my life, I think it really taught me how the industry is. It's a dirty world.
Until it happened.
And I was like, oh, it really is a dirty world out here, huh?
Right.
Okay.
So how can you forgive Wendy but not Cynthia? You said Cynthia did something to you that cannot be forgiven.
I wasn't close to Wendy like that. Cynthia and I are like sisters.
I get it.
And so we're very close. She knows a lot about my life, and I know a lot about hers. And when you have someone that close to you that betrays you, it's like, no,
it hurts different.
It hurts differently, and it's just like, bye, I'm going to see you later. And so I'm not mad with Cynthia. I just don't think Cynthia and I will be friends.
You'll be at her wedding?
I'm sure she's going to invite everyone.
So you'll be there, or you're just going to
If my schedule is clear on that date.
Is anything ever Nene's fault? Is it ever your fault?
Yes, sure. I just
Okay.
said to you about Kenya.
Right.
That
Okay.
that was a mistake.
Well-
I'm always willing to admit my mistakes. I'm not a perfect person. I am, I'm a good person, and I am probably the most fabulous person that's ever sat right here beside you. But I make mistakes.
And you did apologize to people.
I think sometimes when you guys are watching the show, you get it mixed up. You're like, oh, she's the nice one, she's this, and she's that. And that's just not how it is, like in person a lot of times.
Gotcha.
I always say the quiet ones are always doing the most.
Right.
So who does the most?
All the quiet ones.
But
Right.
you did on the show apologize to some of the other castmates. And
I didn't even understand why, but yeah.
so that was something that they
That means I
wanted you to
apologize,
do.
but I don't
I
even
feel
know
like
why
you
I
went
did
to church
Yeah,
that weekend.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't
but
know why I
there
did
was a couple people that I apologized to that I should apologize. I felt like we should apologize to each other.
Right.
Okay? When it came down to apologizing to Eva, I did not understand it. I also, and I'm just telling you, I didn't understand, but I do understand that she felt some kind of way. So she wanted an apology, so I gave it to her.
Okay.
Because I don't know how it felt to her. I'm not her. But what I feel, honestly, my husband, I was a caretaker. My husband was diagnosed with cancer. He immediately had to have his colon taken out immediately when they diagnosed him. I never dealt with cancer. Greg has never dealt with cancer. It was a very difficult time for us. And maybe I wasn't kind to you that day because I've been dealing with so much. Yeah. I felt like I deserved some sort of pass because my husband had cancer and
Some
I just wasn't I wasn't in a good place.
Right.
But it didn't work out like that. Everybody was coming to me like, you should apologize for this, you should apologize for that. So I was just like, okay, sorry. But I don't even really get it. I felt like, damn, I'm dealing with so much, and now I have to go on an apology tour. I didn't understand it.
Is it hard to do that show when you're dealing with something so heavy?
It was difficult. I almost should have taken off.
Yeah.
I almost shouldn't have done it. But I didn't know what cancer was doing. I didn't know what a caretaker was.
And you and Greg are not together now. Y'all just good friends?
Who?
When you and Greg, y'all together now? Y'all just good friends?
Good friends.
I don't
They've been married 23 years.
Greg and I are married.
I didn't know if they were still married.
They went through a rough
Yeah.
time, but you know
Yeah,
what?
we did.
I will say that you doing that on television for people to see, people go through that. That's
Yeah,
a
they do.
relatable experience. People have to be caretakers for somebody
Yeah.
that never knows they might have cancer when you get with them, and it is for in sickness and in health.
Yes.
And for you to stick it through the way that you did, because that was difficult.
It was very hard.
To watch,
my husband and I completely separated in the house.
Yeah.
So he was downstairs, I was upstairs. There was no intimacy because of the things that he was having to go through with his chemo and his radiation, everything that he was doing. And so it was just a difficult time for us. We've never been apart. We've never been apart. Like, we've always slept in the bed together. It's always been a rule of ours. No matter how mad you are, you must come to bed. And so we've always had that rule in our relationship. So it was very difficult when he was living downstairs and I was living upstairs.
Right.
And I am an ambassador for the American Cancer Society, right? And at the time they kept saying to me, there are groups for caretakers that can help you and lift you up and just support you. And I never took part in any of those things, and I probably should have. Yeah. But doing it on the show, I got so many emails with people saying that you helped me so much. I really understand what you're going through. My husband or my daughter or my child has been, had cancer for years, and I lost my mom, and I took care of her. So I got all kind of support through emails and social media.
I saw on Jasmine brand that you hired an attorney because you said you're tired of being quiet and you want to speak your truth.
You showed to be digging around. You are really a good researcher. That's what you're here for. That's amazing. You big researcher. I did hire an attorney, Lisa Bloom.
Like big researcher.
Big researcher.
Call me the big researcher from now on, goddamn it.
Lisa
big
Bloom. He's smart. Lisa Bloom. I did hire her. I can't tell you why, but I did hire Lisa Bloom.
The headline on Jasmine Brown was said because you were quitting the show. I didn't understand it.
If I was going to quit the show, I would just quit the show. I don't need Lisa Bloom for that. Right. So no.
What have they done to you?
Who?
The people at RHOA. What have they done to you?
Nothing.
Do you watch the episodes like as they?
I watch them, because they give them to us on Thursday or Friday, and we watch them. I watch them on my phone. I don't watch them with you.
Okay.
On Sunday.
So you see it ahead of time.
I see it ahead of time, and then I look at the comments on Twitter or something to see what people have to say, and then I can comment back.
Clap back.
But to watch it with you guys is so stressful to me, and to hear my voice is so crazy to me. I don't like to hear my voice.
I feel you on that.
Is that crazy or what? So I can walk in my house, and if my voice is playing, I'm like, turn it off. Like,
that's
I cannot
how I feel
take my
if I'm
voice.
in the car to act. I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
I can't stand my voice. How do you feel about your voice, GJMV?
I love my
He
voice.
loves it. Trust me. The guys here love their voices.
Do you believe you're being treated fairly on Real Housewives?
To be honest, no. I think that the rules don't apply across the board.
Well, you get paid the most, they say, right?
Well, that doesn't matter. What is that? So that means I should be treated unfairly?
I thought they said Candy gets paid the most.
Did they?
I don't know.
I heard Portia.
Really?
Yeah, I heard Portia get that bag.
Wow.
Yeah,
Portia. She joined the show on what season?
I don't remember.
Oh, so she's the highest paid.
I heard Cynthia get a lot of bread too, though.
I'm sure they do. They're all very successful. Yeah. Everybody gets.
Everybody's
nice
doing
check.
well.
Everybody is getting a
More
very
than you?
nice bag. I don't believe so.
Mm-hmm.
But you get multiple bags regardless.
But I don't believe that they're getting a bag bigger than mine.
So what does being treated fairly look like if it's not
Well,
money?
if you're watching the show, then you can see on the show that the rules don't apply across the board. I feel like if it's me, everything is escalated like so big. And if it's somebody else doing the same thing, it's just not as big.
And they probably come to you and say, oh, Nene, you got the thicker skin.
Oh, yes.
You can handle
Nene.
it.
When you say something, your reach goes so much more further.
Yeah.
So they said it just doesn't go that far. All that.
I know the feeling.
Shut up.
They say that about you?
Ugh.
Oh, God, me too. We're in the same boat, honey.
How's your relationship with Andy Cohen?
Good. We just had brunch together on Sunday.
I saw that.
Yeah, we had brunch together, and then I left him. Then I had brunch again with Wendy.
2 brunches in one day.
Yes. I had to squeeze them in, so I left him and went straight to her. Yeah. So they treat you unfairly here?
I do.
Nene, please.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think he does the same too. Like he's very disrespectful, I think, at times.
Not disrespectful.
Like the type, even like the way he treats me as
You see
a
how he's
brother.
lying on me? This is how they lie on you.
Really?
You see how he's lying on me right now? This is how they lie on you on
They do.
RHOA.
No, but that's how he does. It's disrespectful. Like, did you see the gift he got me that time?
No, we're not bringing that back out. That's old. That's an old gag.
It was something that
over.
was very disrespectful. My family didn't like it. My dad had to ask me if I was gay. Like, is that type of gift?
I didn't see
Let me
that.
ask you a
have
question
nothing
I
to do
ask
with
myself.
Yes.
Why do you stay on the show? Why do you stay on?
I don't. The show is my baby.
Okay.
I started it, and I feel like it's my baby, and I feel like the platform is good to me.
You can have other kids.
I can.
Yes.
I can, but I don't know.
You feel
Why
like
do you stay?
Exactly what you just said.
You feel like it helps you with your other. You feel like it helps you with your other endeavors
It
also.
does.
It's
It
a
does. It helps
platform.
me with my other businesses, and that's good. There are days like I quit every day or every week and every month. I do quit all the time. I think that's just a part of the process. I quit. A lot of the girls quit. We quit every week. Went right before the show comes on in November. I quit right before it comes on.
You ain't quit yet, Charlamagne.
Have you quit? How many times have you quit?
My contract's up in December, so I won't have to.
You just quit. I mean, mentally, like I quit. I'm done. I'm not going back. I'm over it. I do that all the time.
I've done that a lot recently.
Yeah, I do it a lot. I'm quitting.
Do you feel like you have the power to do things like, say, you want to bring somebody on to the next season? This is my friend. I want this person on. You have everybody. Does everybody have the power to
I
do
think
that?
everybody has the power to bring someone to them that they think is great, and they will make the decision. I have had the pleasure of auditioning all of these girls.
Right.
I did not do Candy. I did Cynthia, Portia. Oh my God, Shamari, Yvonne, Tanya. So, but they didn't come through me. They came through someone else. They just generally put them with me to like audition the first time with me. I think they think if they can do a scene with Nene, then they.
As much as you don't like Kenya, would you like for her to not come back?
No, I don't ever say that. Like, I like for the show to stick around.
Right.
For 10, 15, 20 years. I'm a businesswoman. I get it. I think she's good for the show.
Okay.
And so I will never take that away.
You just don't like her as a person.
I don't like her as a person, but as she's good for the show in certain ways. I also believe she will be the demise of the show as well.
What do you mean? Explain.
I think that a lot of her story is not real. I think she does too much. I think she turns off a lot of black women just by the things that she does on the show. The things that she's just not kind, the things she says, the things she do. There should be some limit. Girl, we get that you're good for the show. But some of the stuff you do just going to turn black women off.
You think she does that just for the show? Like outside of that?
Well,
she
no.
doesn't-
Some of this is who you are. Okay, now all of this is not just for the show. Some of that stuff have to be in you.
Let's dig a little deep. I'm interested in that. What does a black woman do to turn other black women on?
Just lots of things. There are black women who look at our show now and just say, I don't like those girls, or I wouldn't support them because of that show and the way that they act on that show.
Probably the infighting, the yelling, the screaming.
Yeah. But
Certain
also, there are women out here, like a lot of married women, when they saw her bring another woman and sat the woman there, a lot of married women was like, okay, no. You ain't the one, honey. I don't fool with you.
Right.
Like, that's just jacked up.
You think that could be a producer setup, or that's something?
No, she did that. The producers didn't do that.
Okay.
She did that. She brought the girl. That's just like, it's just.
That was a cookie girl, right?
And yeah. And the guys too. Some of the guys were like, that ain't even cool. Like, if you saw me out, you saw me doing something on my girl, then you gonna actually bring the girl. That's just jacked up.
Do you like Mark?
I think Mark is okay. The few times I've met him, I don't know him.
Okay.
A few times I've met him, he's been very kind to me. And I'm kind to him. I have no reason to not be kind to him.
Right. Did you feel at all bad for her when her relationship went down and they announced they were getting divorced?
I'm a mom and I'm a wife, and any family that breaks up, I know what that feels like. I know how hard that is, so I don't wish that on her. However, if she stopped worrying about other folks' business and put all that energy into her, she might will still be with him.
Damn.
Well.
All right. Well, Nene leaks, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that was a very eventful conversation that we just had.
It's
Nene.
the truth. Isn't it the truth?
Yeah.
It's the truth. Put that energy into your own marriage and stop worrying about other folks' business. Then you can keep yours. Now,
All right.
Are you still happily married?
I am.
Okay.
Still got my ring on.
Yeah.
Still married. Just spoke to Greg before I got here.
Greg is a really nice guy.
Yeah, Greg is a good guy. I mean, he's a his husband. He's not going anywhere.
Has it been easy though? Because I'm sure as your start.
No, who's married 20 years
yeah.
and don't have some sort of something? We've been through everything any couple could go through. We've been finances.
He's been with other women. You've been with other guys.
We've had infidelity.
Yeah,
we've had it all.
You guys broke up, got back together.
Yeah, we done did everything.
As you became a celebrity, was it harder because you probably was?
Yeah.
You probably had access to guys you.
It was
always
harder
wanted?
because I ain't always wanted. I ain't never been that the girl that wanted to get it. I can get your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I ain't trying to get what's in between your legs. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I was a stay-at-home mom, and Greg supported us. So once I started doing the show, he's always been the support. He's the one who's taking care of us. I started to make more money than him, and so that was a challenge for him because he's the type of guy who takes care of his family. He doesn't want anything from his woman.
So when Wendy says y'all double date with people that's not Greg, that don't bother you?
What do you mean? Who double date?
I just made that up. Never mind.
Oh.
Just trying to
Greg and I double date. We double date a lot.
Well, it's Nene Leaks. We appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you so much. And welcome to the Bravo family. Are you coming to join us?
No.
Oh, it didn't work out.
Did you just say no like that?
Wendy blocked his show.
Wendy blocked his
Wendy
show,
blocked
yo.
my show. No. You know what it is?
Yeah.
And this is gonna sound crazy as hell. I make too much money to deal with that stress.
It is stressful.
You know what I mean? I make too much money to be dealing, put my family in that without having full control. And if I can't have full control, this is real. Like I got 5 kids that's like 18 or 16 or 6 or 5 and 3.
They
really
really enjoy it.
If I could really push black love and black family the way it is without all that shit, then yeah. But if not, it ain't worth it.
I'm
your
happy to hear
kids
you
would
say
really,
that, man.
but your kids would really like it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they
Make too
would.
much-
They have so much fun with it.
yeah, but
They'll have more fun than you and your girl. They would, because the kids are gonna be like, we at school, we popping, we
they good.
yeah, we
Gia's going to
popping.
college. She going to
Yeah.
NYU. She'll really be on campus.
Yes,
Madison,
honey.
Doing it big.
She's gonna be hot when she hits the campus. All the guys be like, "What's up?"
She already sneaking in the clubs.
She be all right.
Is she sticking at the club?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Don't snitch on her now.
Oh, sorry.
Ah, look at him. Now he's
He
being
gave
her a fake
protected.
ID.
I did not give her
Yeah.
a fake. Anyways, Nene
Oh my
Leaks.
God! I let my son have a fake ID.
How is he doing?
He just turned 21.
Wow.
So now he doesn't have to have a fake ID. But Greg and I knew he had a fake ID, and Greg and I took him into clubs. We took him to the strip club together. We took him.
I go with my daughter too.
Yeah, we teach him a lot because I don't want him to get with some guys and they showing him something that
Learn
Greg
some
and I
friends.
haven't
That's
shown
right.
him.
What was he doing in
Yeah.
the strip club? Did he feel weird being with his parents?
No, honey, he enjoyed it. The first time he went, let me tell you what he did. Greg had given him some money to give to a girl, and he gave the girl I don't know, some money, and then she left, and he was like, she tripping. Like, why she leave? I just gave her I said, you don't own her. You just paid for the dance.
it's brief.
Like, he was like,
said, "Why
The song's
leave?"
over.
yeah, he
I
was
just gave you
acting
$100, Mom. Where you
yeah.
going?
He
Was he
was
doing
like,
too much at once?
no, he was
Okay.
just looking at her like, now that's just jacked up. Now how she gonna treat me like that? I'm like, she's not yours. She's for everybody in here. He was like, I
You
own
fell
her
in love
now.
with a stripper and took Jesus Christ.
He like, I own her, don't I? I was like, you own her? No, but we try to teach our kid everything.
Being real with him.
We take him
Absolutely.
to the luxury restaurant so he won't have to go to a luxury restaurant with you.
Right.
And this is his first time going. He knows everything.
Right, so he knows exactly what the
No,
bill's
he
gonna
little
be
Nene.
like.
He think he little Nene. He be pulling up. People be calling me like, Brenda's over here valeting. Why I see Brent in the restaurant doing this? Like, we try to teach him everything ourselves.
I want to leave you with this quote
Yeah.
too, so you
boy.
can
Leave it with
you can think about this in your future
Okay.
when it comes to Real Housewives. Okay, don't let your loyalty become slavery. If they don't appreciate what you bring to the table, let them eat alone.
Same for you.
Yes.
All right.
You tell them that here at the Breakfast Club.
It's Nene Leaks. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.